Hi, I'm Rafi Liban. Today we're going to talk about how to blow your own shofar. Since many of us won't be able to be in our synagogues and to hear the shofar blown for us, we may have to do it ourselves. If you have a shofar, get it out. And if you'd like to order one, you can certainly do so. There's some suggestions right here on the page for good places you can get a kosher shofar. It's time to learn to toot your own horn. Throughout the ages, Jews have celebrated Rosh Hashanah in part by fulfilling what it says in the Torah itself, that Rosh Hashanah is a day of Teruah. And Teruah is one of the notes, the most important of the notes, of the shofar that we're going to blow on Rosh Hashanah. Now we're going to talk about how you make the sound. And the good news is that there's no specific sound that has to come out. Any sound that comes out of your blowing the shofar is okay. So if it doesn't sound like the best trumpet jazz musician you ever heard, fine. The way to blow it is not like a trumpeter blows from the front of the mouth, but from the right side of the mouth. The right side of the body is symbolic of compassion and mercy, something that we all would love to have on Rosh Hashanah. So we blow the shofar from the lips on the right side of the mouth. When the shofar is held, it's held so that the end of it points upwards, heavenwards. So you're going to put the shofar in between your lips like this. Nestle it in there. The way to make a sound out of a shofar basically is like this. Doesn't sound so exciting without a shofar. But if you make that same sound with a shofar in the right place in your mouth, makes quite a different sound. Sometimes I find that adjusting the shofar up and down in your lips can help you to get a better sound. May take some practice. When I first picked up a shofar and blew on it, I got nothing out of it whatsoever. But it wasn't long, and with a little practice, that I learned how to make enough sound to blow 30 times just fine. A teruah actually is a broken note, and a teruah is always preceded and followed by a tekiah, which is a straight note. So a tekiah sounds like this. There are different possibilities of what the teruah, the broken note, sounds like. And we're going to learn how to blow each of those three possibilities. The first of them, a teruah, is blown with 9 short beats, and it sounds like this. Shvarim is made up of 3 longer notes, each one of them which is the length of 3 short teruah notes. The other possibility is that we would blow both a shvarim and a teruah together in that order, and it sounds like this. So you're going to blow 3 tekiah shvarim teruah tekiyas, and 3 tekiah shvarim tekiyas, and 3 tekiah teruah tekiyas. And all that together adds up to 30. When it comes to the timing of the notes, the tekiah before and the tekiah afterwards, the teruah that's blown in the middle, the tekiah before and after have to be the same length of time that you blow that teruah in the middle, or that shvarim in the middle, or that shvarim teruah in the middle. So whatever the length of beats is, that's how long your tekiah before and after has to be. When you're blowing the set of tekiah shvarim teruah tekiah, so your shvarim teruah in the middle is more beats than with just a shvarim in the middle by itself, or a teruah in the middle by itself, because now you have both a shvarim teruah in the middle. And the tekiah before it and the tekiah after it have to be a little longer so that they're equal in length to the shvarim teruah in the middle. When you're blowing the shofar for others on Rosh Hashanah, or even just for yourself or for whomever's listening, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make a blessing on this mitzvah, this commandment from the Torah. There are actually two blessings that we're going to make, and they are the blessing over the mitzvah to blow the shofar and a blessing called Shehecheyanu, in which we thank God and celebrate the fact that we've made it around to this year and this opportunity once again. Blessing number 1 is said like this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedishanu b'mitzvosav v'tzivanu lishmoa kol shofar. The second blessing that you're going to make before blowing the shofar is shehechiyanu, thanking God for bringing us safely and in a healthy way to this moment and to do this mitzvah. And it goes like this. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehechiyanu v'kiyamanu v'higyanu lazman hazeh. At that point, anybody listening to you would say Amen, and then wait quietly to hear you blow the shofar. How many times are you going to blow? In order to fulfill the custom and the mitzvah, we blow 30 times. Those 30 times are 3 different sets of 3 sets of blasts each. And they go like this. Tekiah, Shvarim Trua, Tekiah, 3 times. Tekiah, Shvarim, Tekiah, 3 times. And lastly, Tekiah, Trua, Tekiah, 3 times. There's a total of 9 sets, and it totals 30 sounds. The very last tekiah that you're going to blow, at the end of all of your 30 blasts, you're going to extend it a little longer. It's called a tekiah gedola, which means a big tekiah. And it's a straight sound, just a little longer than a normal tekiah would be. With that, you've alerted everyone, this is the end of the shofar blasts for this year. Just like when the Jewish people left Mount Sinai, after the 10 Commandments, there was a long sound of a shofar, signaling that it was over. You should practice blowing your shofar 30 times a day from now till Rosh Hashanah, so that when the big day comes, you'll be great. Everyone that hears the shofar from you and hears 30 of the blasts all together after those blessings has done just like it's said in the Torah and just like the Jewish people have been doing on Rosh Hashanah for thousands of years. Most important thing is to remember what a time-honored tradition and mitzvah this is for the Jewish people. And this year, that people don't have an opportunity except maybe to hear you blow the shofar, you're really doing something important, special, and meaningful. Tell everybody to come have a blast at your house at whatever time on Sunday, September 20th, the second day of Rosh Hashanah, that you're going to blow. And don't forget to fill out the form here on the website so that we can mark down your shofar blowing on the map of Denver Shofar Blowers, and your neighbors can come here as well. And that way, even though we won't be in synagogues necessarily this year, we won't miss out on the precious mitzvah of hearing the shofar. The shofar is a sound that spans all of history. It reminds us of the moment of creation when God became the king and we blow it as a coronation of the kingdom of heaven. It reminds us of the binding of Isaac, and afterwards a ram was sacrificed instead of Isaac. And this is a ram's horn. It reminds us of the shofar sound at Mount Sinai when the Jewish people gathered around Mount Sinai to hear God say the 10 Commandments. And mystically, we're looking forward to the shofar sound ultimately when the Messiah will come and usher in the peaceful world that we're all waiting for. The broken note of the trua in the middle of every tekiah, trua, tekiah set of notes is a broken note. It symbolized like the crying, the yearning of the Jewish people for better. That sound of the shofar on Rosh Hashanah is what speaks on our behalf in heaven. Eventually, with a little practice, you'll be tooting your own horn. Thanks for joining us for the Toot Your Own Horn lessons, this year's shofar at home. If you'd like, record yourself blowing your shofar and send it to us, and you'll be certified as a Toot Your Own Horn shofar blower this year. And with the beautiful sound of the mitzvah of your shofar, may this new year be a healthy and blessed one for all of us.